there's a few obvious things that would just blow the cover off this world and what's real here and what's not. Um, like you would think from the start, like the Santa Claus thing, is like just like a huge thing. Like I don't know, some of the first thoughts I remember having is like, do these people really think that I'm dumb enough to believe what they say? Anything they say ever again if they're going to start telling me this stuff? And yeah, um, I, like it's not that people are dumb because the AI or whatever it is, whatever we want to call it, Satan, AI, uh, people, many people probably call it gods, Bill Gates, whoever it is that mind controls the people and makes them say something intelligent that they don't actually know anything about. The other 19 million hours of their lives, actually it's only 800,000 hours, so what I'm pointing out here is the human generally went, no, there's only 800,000 hours in a life, but magically they for the sake of just being Santa Claus invader type person with their nonsense. Sometimes weird things like happen where they can like come up with mathematical figures like that and come up with like knowing your personal life even though it's some stranger you're pulling up to 2,000 miles away. Right? Did we really even travel, or were we just sitting in a chair with a VR headset on? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, and that's like part of the manipulation there. That's actually the biggest part we're going to have to deal with right there. Is how that happens. Beings and things in the world magically shifts and appears. That's the only thing that actually matters in the world is finding out the answer to that, why and how that exists. Because that's the answer to why Santa Claus hasn't brought you a free Lamborghini yet every year. In fact, every day. That's the answer to why Santa Claus is hiding and hoarding Teslas for himself and hoarding media outlets for himself. And everything else. He obviously Santa owns all the media because everyone knows he exists. All the world leaders know he exists. They've met with him. NASA works in helping, they say they help build his sleigh and help make it run efficiently. They're like the NASCAR crew. NASCAR. Literally, they're claiming they're the NASCAR crew for Santa. I don't think that's like it's something they were smart enough to come up with on their own. It's like a joke. I think like the game's designer like makes everything look like a joke. If you're smart enough, you see all the parables, and it's like they're just making people like look like bumbling idiots and everything funny. If you want to look at it that way, certain things aren't funny. Like some of these things that need change. Okay, so this video really, this is taking a minute to get to it, but the video's really about. I mean, I'm talking about the entire purpose of caring. Besides murderous terrorist scumbags, murderous terrorist scumbags don't care about murderous terrorist scumbags being, killing and murdering and terrorizing people. So good luck with that. But this is more about the methods that the lowest scumbags use and how it works. And it's actually about like equality and kind of like forgiveness on some levels, because we're busy blaming murderers for killing people and saying they're evil, the most evil people. You can go to the comments and guarantee everyone you can, I seen this dude who just killed people who looked at him. Hell, like everyone was like in the comments, like, and most videos like that, except for this one, they'd be in the comments like, let's kill him. I guess this guy, people had to, manipulate their comments a little bit to not say let's kill the guy who is on trial right now for killing everyone who looked at him funny. Because I guess at the end of the day, some people are really scared and love life. But again, that's kind of part of the manipulation attitude there. And to just take it too far until you know not to do that anymore. But like the manipulation is very, it's very in the community. It's all over. It's the passive aggressive manipulation is real strong with a lot of people. I actually don't like it. I find it's when I'm being like judgmental, right? Like they are towards murderers. I'm judgmental towards them, kind of, because I guess I've seen it in, used in certain ways so many times that it's slimy. But it's very pervasive, like the Santa Claus people. Everything about the Santa Claus people is this slimy manipulation, passive-aggressive, weak thing they have, where they really probably do wish they could come out and be like, yeah, let's kill everyone, but they probably, instead they do it like Bill Gates style or something, and they're like, the Earth overpopulated, and there's too much smoke in the atmosphere, and too many people smoking cigarettes. We gotta get rid of some. We gotta reduce the population and control the breeding a little bit. Rather than just saying, "Hey, you're stupid. Go jump off a cliff." And in fact, I'll drive you to the cliff and push you out off the cliff myself. Like some people look at the person who drives you to the cliff and pushes you out and throws you off the cliff as like really evil. Like in the Santa Claus societies, that person is like so evil and they should be killed. But the other person who like gets a crew and like manipulates you and tells you, hey, at the bottom of the cliff there's a car Santa delivered for you. But you gotta get there in 5 seconds. So you gotta jump off the cliff real fast and get down there to get your free car with heated leather seats. And so those people like run everything. I mean, they're allowed to have children. I mean, this is like literally where the Santa Claus stuff comes from, is these people trying to manipulate the minds of a little amoeba, a little cave ape, whatever, a child, I think some people call it, a baby, cave mutant. And that's where the Santa Claus stuff comes from. And it comes from like all the religions are Santa Claus stuff too, but like the people running the world, like this is how they operate, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's any word. I don't think a murderer, a mass murderer, someone who kills millions of people, I mean, those people are conquerors and we worship them. If you kill less than 100 people, you're like the worst thing in the world. But personally, I think they're equal people. I think that the manipulation is pretty extreme. Damn, it took me forever to even get to that. Maybe I'll just keep going on and on forever. But yeah, the manipulation, pretty slimy. I think it's equal on par. They're murderers. Equal. Forgive them, right?